It's still pretty early on in January and I have already completed 2 physical books, The Selection and Chloe Diller. I am busy with You by Caroline Kepnes and I'm almost finished The Irresistible Inheritance of Wilberforce by Paul Torday, who wrote Salmon Fishing in the Yemen. I have got so many books that I still need to read in my life. I recently did a video on all my bookish fears that I have. One of those fears was that I just don't, obviously I'm not going to have enough time in my life to read all the books that I want to read. So what I've done is make a list of books that I really want to get to this year before other books come along and cloud my vision and I have to read that one first. You know, there's always going to be new ones coming around. So these are the books I've decided that I need to read this year no matter what. The complete poems of Emily Dickinson. I really want to get into poetry this year. This book was recommended to me by Adrian from Strip Cover Lit. Well, not this book, but the poet. You by Caroline Kepnes. The other 2 books that I'm going to be reading throughout this month is Something in Between by Melissa de la Cruz and On the Other Side by Carrie Hope Fletcher. A classic that I really want to read this year is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. Another classic would be Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. The Great Gatsby is another classic I really want to read. I still haven't seen the movie, which is quite old now, but I'm waiting as long as I can. I'm trying to be patient until I have finally sat my ass down and read the book. How to Kill a Mockingbird. The second book in the Selection series, which is The Elite. I really enjoyed The Selection. I just finished it and absolutely adored it. Only Ever Yours by Louise O'Neill. I read Asking for It by Louise O'Neill last year and I absolutely fell in love with the author's writing and I'm just so excited to get more into other books that she's written. I might pronounce this author's name wrong, but Wonder by R.J. Palacio. That is something that is getting a lot of attention on BookTube and I really want to get more into mental illnesses and especially physical problems and things because, you know, I have psoriasis and I know that's not as bad as what this guy has in Wonder, but anything to help raise your self-esteem and see how other people get through things like that I think would be a really great book to read. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas by Hunter S. Thompson. I've been wanting to read this book since I was about 16 years old. I've seen the movie countless times and I recently found a copy of it in a bookstore in Mallorca actually, and it's a copy with lots of art in it and I just think it's really beautiful and I cannot wait to read it. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I've only read one other Colleen Hoover book and that was Maybe Someday. I've heard that It Ends With Us is absolutely gorgeous. The cover looks stunning and in general I've just heard that Colleen Hoover's writing is incredible, but out of all of them I think It Ends With Us is going to be the one I pick up by her this year. Alice by Christina Henry, which is a modern retelling of Alice in Wonderland but horror, so that sounds really exciting to me. I love a good horror and a thriller, so I really want to get to that this year. I'm going on to books now that I don't actually have or own, so these are books that I really desperately want to buy or be given as gifts. It is my birthday in May, just FYI if anyone that will see me on my birthday watches this. Alice is one of those books, by the way. Vinegar Girl by Anne Tyler. I think the cover is absolutely gorgeous. It's blue and has flowers all over it, but it's one of my favourite kind of colours, blue. And I think, what was it? It's like a Shakespeare retelling or something, which sounds really nice to me. Good Me, Bad Me by Ali Land, which is only coming out later this month, I think. So it's a 2017 release and it's supposed to be an absolutely phenomenal debut thriller. So really excited for that one. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I still haven't read anything by Nicola Yoon, so Everything is definitely on that list. Baby Doll by Holly Overton. The Girl in 6E by A.R. Torr. All the Ugly and Wonderful Things by Bryn Greenwood. They're 20 of the books I really want to read this year, no matter what. I hope I can get to all of them. I have written them down in my looks like it's fuck this shit o'clock book, and I plan on ticking them all off as I go along. So let me know if you've read any of them in the comments down below, and if you've got any other suggestions of books that you think I enjoy. As you can see, what I enjoy or the books that I'm interested in reading are completely varied, from poetry, horror, thriller, young adult, dystopian, classics, romance, pretty much anything. So I'm really planning on reading diversely this year and I'm really excited to just get into every book that I can bury myself in. Anyway, let me know what you're going to be reading this year, the things you're most excited for in the comments down below, and I look forward to chatting with you. Bye bye.